Hi, everyone. My name is Suparna Bhasin, and welcome to She Creates Change TV, helping you to find your voice and give your unique gifts to the world. So, this week's episode, I'm going to talk about the 4 most important words that anyone has ever said to me. It was about 10 years ago, and I was in Boston for a business trip. And for a while, about a decade, one of the things I really struggled with is alcohol. And I wasn't an alcoholic, but what I found is that I wanted to stop, and then I would stop for a while, and then I would pick it up again. And then I would stop for a while, and then I would pick it up again. So at this particular time, in 2006, I'd probably stopped drinking for about 2 months. And I went on this business trip, and what I was doing, this was my old business, I was having a booth where I was telling people, come work with us, come get certified with us. We're selling passion and purpose and wellness. So this was my position in this conference. And I met a guy who I found really attractive, and one of the people working with him came up to me and said, Philip, his name, would like you to join us for drinks and dinner tonight. So I went to his room, and I remember taking that glass of wine after I had made a commitment to myself to not drink anymore. And I remember thinking, I don't really want this. But I drank it anyway. I proceeded to get very drunk and make a fool of myself. Around 1 a.m., he said to me, Suparna, I think there's something you should know. I'm gay. And I realized I had blown it for a gay man, to impress a gay man. So needless to say, if he was straight, all I would have managed to do was turn him off. So I went to bed that night, barely remembering it, woke up the next day feeling wasted. And his friend came up to me, his employee came up to me and said, why don't we go for a walk? So we went for a walk the next day, and I told him, I haven't had a drink for 2 months. And he sort of looked at me and said, there's something I'd like you to know. My father, his whole life was an active alcoholic. One day, it was winter, he stepped outside, he slipped, he fell, and he was buried alive in the snow. So that's how his father died. And then he looked at me, and these are the 4 most important words that anyone has ever said to me. No change, no change. If you don't start making changes, nothing is going to change. And I have to tell you, it was such an aha moment for me. I literally had this experience of my life flashing before my eyes. My health, my relationships, my money, my work, my coaching business. None of it was really working. And in that moment, I had the fear of death in me, that I might die with all of my music inside. So many people said to me, you have so much potential. You're going to go so far in this life. But I really felt like I could keep going, just knowing that and never doing it. So I made a choice on that day that I would never drink again. This was April 30th of 2006. It's now today, December 17th of 2015, and I'm going on almost 10 years. And I have to tell you, this change was one of the most impactful changes of my life. And it had more to do with than just drinking. It had to do with my integrity and keeping my word with myself. So my invitation to you in this week's blog is to really think about what's one behavior that you're really toxic around. Maybe it's drinking, maybe it's food, maybe it's exercise, maybe it's the way you talk to yourself in your mind. It doesn't matter. Whatever area you feel like you're leaking energy and there's toxicity in your life, it could be a relationship, who knows. But my invitation to you is really just look at this, journal about it, and see what change you can make. No change, no change. If you don't start making changes, nothing is going to change. I'll see you next time.